Hi everyone, I want to specially welcome you to today's live trading session. Quickly, let me just confirm that the audio is in check. All right, so let me confirm the audio, but meanwhile, I'd like you to share the links as usual. Share it out to everyone. Let them know that we're live. Whether you be new trader, pro trader, aspiring traders, traders that are not yet perfect in their skill. Let them know I'm live and this particular live session is going to give them much value. Perfect in their skill. So we have good audio confirmed. So for those of you on the free community, in the VIP community, I'm going to be sharing the link now. Okay, so you can just grab the link from there and just forward it randomly to all of your contacts, letting them know that we're live currently. So, are you ready to make money this week? I am personally ready to make money this week, and I'm sure most people are ready to make money. We're not here to while away time, waste times, and just make some noise. We are actually here to make some profits, and I think it's important that you take advantage of that opportunity. So have you shared out the links to your contacts? I've shared out mine already. Waiting for you to share yours. All right, so quickly, I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'm going to ensure that every part of my screen is shared so that you do not miss any part of what I'm going to be teaching you this afternoon. Okay, so the all right, so my trading view now is on your screen. Confirmed. So I'm going to now show you what I'm seeing in the market. First of all, I'm going to start with the dollar index. And from the dollar index, I'm going to proceed to the rest of the pairs that we trade. All right, so this is the dollar index. And like I told you, the fair value gap was already mitigated. And the demand zone becomes the very key indicator of side. For me, this demand zone is what is a place where I seriously would want to expect to see certain things before I trade. And one of the things is once price shifts this structure, I'll consider going on a buy for the dollar index. So what I'm going to be expecting from the dollar index is that it will shift that structure, then do a retest to come to this side first, another retest then to come to the final zone where I'm expecting it to get to. So for this course, I'm going to be selling GBP USD. Okay, I'm going to be selling GBP USD. Now, this is what it did for us last week. For those of you who were in the class, if you can remember, anticipated that when GU does this, we're going to go in. So, but it actually didn't play out as I expected, though it still went bearish. And if you look well, you see it went this way, of which I think this was the only one I took. Okay, so I'm not sure I posted that one, that entry, because I was just trying it out. So for me now, if you go to the 4-hour time frame, you will now see clearly what directional buyers I'm trading for GU. Okay, so if you look, you see though the supply zone has been mitigated, this fair value gap has been mitigated, the GU is still on a downtrend. Okay, so if I'm going to trade it bearish, two things I'll be looking out for: confirmation shifting structure and confirmation, of which I think these has already given me uh, this is can I call this shifting structure? No, not very valid. Okay, because this didn't break onto this side. So um, the only thing I can do is to trade shorts. I can trade short on GU. If I get a bearish confirmation from here, just go short to this point on GU and just catch a pretty decent. Let's see what risk to reward ratio this is. 30, 10. So pretty 2 RR can be gotten from this. So this is what I'll trade first of all with GU. Then after which, if I find a shifting structure, like I said, that shifting structure ought to be from here. Ought to be from here. If I find that, then I'll be expecting GU to give me this. Sorry. Okay, so if I find this shifting structure, I'll be expecting GU to give me this. Okay, bearish. So I'm trading GU bearish this week. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for EU, NU, AU, but I discussed that with the VIP community. So when it's time to do that, I'm going to be updating the VIP community on what to do. So let's look at GBP CHF, one of the pairs that coincides and respects our zone during the war, during the Iranian war, and I think we can still trade it. Okay, so this held it and price came down. So for me, it's still best to trade this as bullish. It's still best to trade it as bullish. So if price gets in here, which it is currently there, you can trade it bullish. Okay, so we just find yeah, we just find bullish entries. We can trade it back to the zone. So if we go into a 5 minutes time frame, just wait for price to shift this. So once price shifts this, we would we'll go be bullish maybe to this point. So all of these entries I'm marking out, it's not time to go in. So I can't tell you to go in right now. So I have some final confirmations to get before I can let you know when to go in. So just stay active on the groups. I'll let you know when to go in. So let's do GBP JPY. Okay, so currently GBP JPY is has shifted the structure. So these demand zones, I'm going to trade it bullish. So just going to wait for a shifting structure as well. So I have this one here. Can trade this one if it shifts for any reason. But I can go down to a 5 minutes time frame to catch a quick move. Which let me see. Okay, nothing really valid yet. But if I get any valid move, I will buy bullish on GPY, which means I'm going to be selling GBP USD. So let's look at it from the 4 hour time frame. You can see this one was mitigated currently on the supply zone. Okay, so the supply zone may hold price and give us bullish confirmation, bearish confirmation. Now this will be the shift for the complete bearish confirmation. So GP did this last week, took out this. I think I posted this. We hit TP on this. I don't think I posted this one. I think this one ran too fast. So if it shifts on this side, then we're going bearish. Now, if it doesn't get there, because that looks far, We can catch. Okay. So this place shifted and has not shifted back. So we can actually catch a bearish move from here once I get a confirmation. First of all, to this point, because I'm seeing two moves here. Okay, so if we catch this, good. I'm still seeing another one that may most likely play after that, and that may come here. So two moves on GBP, JPY. So whatever the JPY is doing is what I'm going to do with GBP, JPY, Euro, JPY, NZD, JPY, AUD, JPY. But I discussed all those with the VIP community. So next we're going to look at let's look at metal. Let's start with silver. Of course, that's the only thing I discussed with the free community. I discussed the other one with the VIP. So I expected silver to get here. It's mitigated it already. So I expect it to get here. So once it gets here, you can look for bearish entry. Until then, nothing to do on silver. Um, US 30. So US 30 shifted down and is pushing up. Very strange. So in that case, okay, okay. You can actually buy US 30 shorts, short buy. But this imbalance has to be filled up first. So if you want to trade the imbalance, you can trade from here. Okay, when there's a shift in structure here, when there's a shift in structure here, you can sell to this point. So that's what I'll do with US 30. So that means this week is a good week for us, from what I'm saying. This week is going to be a good week for us. Seeing promising opportunities in the market. So that's a good market comeback. So we have Tesla stocks and Tesla. Okay, Tesla finally hit TP on this. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So let's look at the next move on Tesla. Okay, so Tesla still looks bearish. So we're just going to wait for any bearish confirmation possible. So for any reason it takes out this low, we're going to find bearish entries on Tesla and just probably come here. Okay, and that could be okay. Let's look for another one that could be an entry like this to this point. So this is what I'll do with Tesla if I get bearish confirmation. And finally, on this side, Ethereum for crypto. Okay, so this is what Ethereum has done so far. So it's mitigated that zone. It's going to be upside. So for any reason you want to trade Ethereum, you can actually trade the bounce back, which is a counter trade. Excuse me. Or you just wait for price to get to these zones if you're to get A plus setups if you're patient. This zone and this zone, these are strong demand zones. The price will most likely get to or the FVG. This is the first FVG, which is the fair value gap, and this is the second one. This one has made multiples. There's one here. There's another one here. Two FVG on this one. So let's label it so that we don't mix it up. So this FVG, that's fair value gap in case you're wondering what FVG is. So we have demand here, we have demand here. So we can be able to differentiate them when price gets there. So this is an FVG fair value gap and this is another FVG fair value gap. Okay, so that's those are the places price will most likely come to. Let me show you what it is in the track. So price can come here and push up, come here and push up, come here. Okay, there's another FVG here and push up or come here. So whichever place price eventually gets to and starts reacting, we would begin to consider as our entry point. So there's another FVG I just spotted. It's somewhere around this one here. There's another one here. What's an FVG? Where you can find a slight imbalance and price may most likely react. So there's no law that says that price will react. It's just a prediction that price may react. And that's why we spot it just in case. So we can use that to predict good entry. All right, so down on the synthetics, um, I discussed with the free community volatility 25 and jump 25. So VIP, boom, crash, and the rest of it. So for the volatility 25, let's see what we have. Okay, it's bearish. So I'm just gonna wait for price to give me, this is the supply zone. Okay, when price gets there, I'm gonna sell. Or I get in here that bearish confirmation, and then for jump 25, it's already bearish, but this looks more like a retracement. So if I find bullish confirmation or bullish retracements, I most likely will buy jump 25. But until then, I really will not do anything with jump 25 until I find a good A plus setup on that. So that's all I can be able to take for today. I've been able to discuss with you Forex, crypto, stocks, CFD, commodity, and synthetics. So, you know, you've already seen what I'll be doing in the course of the week. So, just stay very active and make sure you are responding. You are reading what's happening on the group because I'm going to be posting updates. And the update will be basically when I will be setting in to get into those trades. So until then, I repeat, stay active. Let's make money this week. See you soon.